My friend and I walked into this movie expecting to just laugh our socks off at this total chick flick. But this movie teaches one important lesson. Don't judge a book by its cover. The Longest Ride. So The Longest Ride is another movie based off of a Nicholas Sparks novel. You know, The Notebook, Dear John. Of course, I haven't seen any of those movies, nor do I plan to. In this movie, we have Sophia, played by Britt Robertson. She's a senior in college, she's about to start an art museum internship in New York, and one day this bull riding competition comes to her college and she meets Luke, who's one of the bull riders. And they have their romance, and that's the tweenie stuff, but there's more to the story than that. They stumble across this old man who has these love letters that he wrote to the woman he loved back in the 1940s, and so these two love stories become intertwined somehow. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think the movie was all that terrible. What, you really think this chick flick is good? I didn't say that. Of course this movie isn't mind-blowingly great, it's just not terrible. First off, I bought the characters and the acting. I will say this, the only thing I knew Britt Robertson from before I saw this movie were the trailers for Tomorrowland. I liked her in this movie. Not only is she insanely hot, but she's also likable. I know, it's surprising, but she is. She also kinda looks like Jennifer Lawrence to me. And Scott Eastwood as Luke, I thought he was alright as well. And I'll admit, I like watching them together. They're a cute couple. The dialogue did get a little cheesy at times, but that was to be expected. That doesn't make it good, it brings the movie down. However, I also like watching the 1940s stuff. I always like watching stuff that takes place back in the day, you know, like Agent Carter, and these two were a cute couple as well. Also, Melissa Benoist is in this movie. Yes, that is how you pronounce her name. And I want to say this about her. I like her a lot, but she's been good and she's been bad. She was great in Whiplash, not so much in Glee, and she was fine in this movie. I just hope she kills it as Supergirl. As for the story in this movie, it's that teen romance stuff that everybody knows. Girl meets guy, girl likes guy likes girl, they go out, there's a problem, yada yada yada. Yes, this movie is predictable as hell, but there's a reason I didn't hate it. I mean, look at Cinderella. I said that movie was so predictable that it bored me to tears and I didn't like it. The difference between these two movies is the characters. They were more likable in this movie than they were in Cinderella. But the story is where I deduct points from this movie. And yes, there are cheesy ass love scenes in this movie that make us roll our eyes, and there are quite a few of them here, so be prepared to sit through those. However, there is something in this movie that was pretty fun to watch, and that was the bull riding scenes. There were these cool slow motion shots and above shots, and I found that entertaining. Bull riding is arguably the most dangerous sport in the world, so you're not sure if he's going to make it through. So that gives this movie a plus. So The Longest Ride had likable characters, pretty good acting for the most part. The story was mediocre, and the score was nothing special. So I will say, wait until you can see this movie at a discount theater, then go see it. I know, it's a big shock to us all. The movie is a chick flick, yes, but it's not a bad one. So The Longest Ride, have you seen it, and what did you think about it? Whatever you thought, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.